Yo, what's up YouTube? I thought I'd do a quick video on the perceived importance of picking a character. And for me, the lack of importance of picking a character in many ways. But while getting ready to do this, I mean, this screen fucking horrifies me. Look at how many characters are in this game. Look at how many. There's so fucking many. It's ridiculous. But anyway, moving on. Part of the reason this is horrifying, actually not moving on because I'm going right back to it. Part of the reason this is horrifying is because learning the game requires you to know a lot about each individual character. So the more characters they add, the rougher it gets, man. But anyway, as far as like the importance of picking a character to start off the game, like that's a question that I see asked in my stream and in pretty much anybody who streams Tekken stream that has like somewhat of a viewer base. Hell, even people without a viewer base sometimes that have like 2 or 3 people in there. I still see this question. A lot of people will ask, hey, what's a good game to learn the character with? And a lot of the time people will say people like Shaheen, Paul. Who else meets that criteria? Maybe Miguel, like easy, you know, quote unquote easy characters. But my perception, maybe Jack, but my perception of this game is not that there's really a good character to learn the game with. Period. To be honest, like with almost every one of these characters, with some exceptions, like Bears can't step as well, Gigas can't step as well. There's like differences in movement to some degree for some characters. Like some characters have better movement than others, but like largely you're still doing the same things. You're still moving around the stage. You're still moving around the stage. You're still trying to whiff punish. You're still trying to block punish. You know, you're poking with lows and doing all that stuff. Granted, I just saw a video from Frame Whisperer, which I pretty much agree with what I saw of it, that the movement in this game is ass compared to older Tekkens. I'm not a guy who played older Tekkens, so I can't tell you with the same surety of experience as he can. But you get clipped in this game a lot. I can tell you that. Having said that, character knowledge and knowing when to step and what moves to step absolutely makes stepping like invaluable. Stepping, knowing when to backdash a string, having a good movement is still an asset. And all of this stuff you can do with like every character. You know, like Gigas, it wouldn't be as effective because his backdash kind of sucks and he's like fat off, so you're not going to be able to sidestep anything. Similar with Bears as far as the sidestep goes, but they also have this weird, their hurt box is like on a slant, so it's actually hard for people to hit them with lows, which is this fucking weird advantage. It's annoying to fight, but it's there. But by and large, you're moving, you're stepping, you're poking here and there, block punishing, whiff punishing. You know, if you see them whiff a big move, you launch. Like that type of shit is just something that every character has, and the combos in this game are not really prohibitively difficult, with somewhat of the exception of Mishima's. And there's probably others. I mean, I think Law has some somewhat difficult combos, but the combos by and large in this game are not so... Oh, Okuma as well. But by and large, the combos in this game are not so hard that almost any character should be off limits. You're really just learning the game, and like if you see a character you think looks cool, like you should just try them out. Like try their move list out. Don't worry about the, you know, how easy they are or how good they are in the beginning. In the beginning it doesn't matter. Like what you should be doing most likely is going through the roster as you play them and figuring out how to deal with the roster. And maybe your character has slightly different ways of dealing with them, with like a Shaheen, for example, his moves than another character. But you're still learning, like what you learn in that matchup will still carry over in some way to when you pick another character. And picking characters up in this game is not that hard in my opinion. Now I come from Guilty Gear. Like Guilty Gear was my first game, the game that I played the most for a long period of time, so maybe my perception is a little bit skewed, because in that game learning characters to me is a lot harder. Like largely because of the combos. Like the combos have a little bit stricter timing, and they're like far different as opposed to this game. A lot of the time you'll have many characters who have a launcher where they launch you up into the air, and then a lot of them can just do like the same combo after that, over and over and over again. You know, Jack's a pretty good example of that. He has like the same combo for like everything, pretty much. Not everything, but he can do the same combo for most of his shit. But yeah, again, but back to the Mishimas real quick. They are kind of an exception, and they're sort of they're an exception, sort of like in and of themselves, just because electric I think is so cool. Like a lot of people are gonna want to do electric because it just feels so good to do it. And so you'll like self-impose that execution requirement on yourself, and it may not be necessary, like to do them in combos or whatever. Like the single electric and neutral maybe is, but in combos maybe not. But a lot of people will self-impose that requirement because they think the move is badass. And you know, in that case, yeah, these guys are kind of rough. These guys are kind of rough, and I may be missing some people, but I think by and large, you know, just play who you want, man. Just play who you want. You know, it's not a big deal in this game. Like learning different characters in this game, by and large, is not that bad. You know, do take opinions outside of myself, though. You know, I'm not the be all end all on this one. You know, if there is some wiggle room, there's probably some stuff I'm leaving out. But the general idea that you need to learn this game with like a single character, especially if it's not even a character you're interested in, is, I don't know. I think it's kind of silly. I think it's kind of silly. But that's my 2 cents. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Very, very quick, simple video on whether or not you should really factor in ease of character use. But anyway, thanks for watching, dudes. Peace.